Dear students, I am Dr. Garima Srivastava from Lal Bahadur Shastri College, Lucknow. Now, today we are going to discuss about the technological advancement and its impact on business communication. Now, technological advancement means the different aspects of technology and how is it going to affect the business communication. Now, for that purpose it is important to understand what a technology is. Now, when we talk about technology, it is a skill, method or process that is being used to achieve goals. Now, that means through technology we are able to achieve different goals of an organization or goals of an organization of an individual. Now, when we talk about a different use of technology, we can put use of technology into producing goods or services, then carry out goals such as scientific investigation and sending spaceships to the moon, and it also helps to solve different problems such as different diseases or a famine. Now, this technology is only a progressive kind of technology, progressive kind of process which continuously helps to upgrade human beings, upgrade human era, and upgradation means we continuously come up with upgraded technology, continuously come up with upgraded kind of processes which are more improved than the earlier used processes. Now, this technology only helps us to sustain our life for a longer period of time, and whatever becomes obsolete, whatever becomes redundant today will be again taken up by the new technology the next day. Now, what is the impact of technology? When we talk about impact of technology on business education, business communication, the technology has both positive and negative aspect. Now, as we have taught, as we have studied that technology is progressive, it is upgrading, it is an iterative manner, it is going on in a positive sequence manner in the worldwide to produce goods and services. So, it is always in a positive, it creating a positive impact on the business communication. Everything has a positive or negative impact, and the impact of technology on the communication process also comes in a mixed baggage. That means, when we talk about impact of technology on the communication, it is a mixed baggage. That means, it has both positive as well as the negative aspect. The popular technological elements like email, telephones, cell phones etc. has impact on our means of communication. Mobiles and internet are literally the basic necessities these days. A majority of us would feel something missing in life if there were no mobiles or internet. That means, if we see, if we just have a question that what are we going to do for half an hour, suppose if we are not going to have this internet. Now, without this internet or without a mobile phone facility, this half an hour would be totally wasted in an organizational setup. Now, for example, in today's life, when in a pandemic era we are facing COVID-19, here most of the business activities are going on through the internet or the mobile phones only, where we are needed to keep social distancing, where we needed to wear the mask, or we needed to not to go to the places where more of the people are visiting or a crowd is visiting. So, of course, in those places, to access such places, we can have internet as a very good facility. Now, so of course, today we can say technology has a positive aspect, but some of the aspects of technology where we misuse or abuse this technology, it can create a negative aspect as well. Now, when we talk about the positive aspects of technology, we can have them in the following manner. First of all, no barriers. When we talk about technology, it creates, it builds up a bridge between the two people, that means the sender as well as the receiver. That means, all kinds of barriers are removed, all kinds of barriers can be overcome when we communicate with the help of different technologies. So, communication becomes more easy, the communication becomes time saving, and a faster communication appears when we conduct this communication in terms of technology. In situations when you want to convey something urgently to someone, mobile phones or emails come in handy. That means, for faster communication, for easy communication, for a decision to be taken in a faster manner, so that different issues in the organization can be solved in an easy manner. The technology of communication can take place. Secondly, strengthening the relationship. Technology has made it easy to keep in touch with the old contacts and strengthen the relationship. So, while we are far apart, while we are miles apart from each other, our relatives, our organizations, the different headquarters of the organizations, though they are far apart, they are apart by different miles, by various miles. These miles can be reduced through the technology of communication. So, through communication, through different technology, we can reduce the distance between the two people who are communicating with each other. Thirdly, better solutions. Technology has brought the world closer and promoted exchange of thoughts to find better solutions to any problem. So, when we have certain problems in our organization, when we have certain issues in our organization, situations come up where we need to take faster decisions. Over there, technology has given a better solution, because when we are not able to meet, when we are not able to go to that certain place, we can always take the help of this technology to reach the people over there, to convey different information to the people over there, and this particular situation can be overcome in a faster and efficient manner by the people. Now comes the fourth point, that is e-schools, a very important point these days. Most of the schools, most of the courses have been running on the internet itself. Now, through internet, through technology only, it has become possible that different schools are being run on the internet. That means the pupil, the students do not have to go, do not have to run to the universities or the colleges or the schools. Neither the teachers have to go to the colleges or the universities. They can take up their lectures, take up their classes from their home itself, and and teach different people at a certain go with the help of video conferencing. So through these video conferencing, for example, Google Meet or the Zoom meetings, we can gather at a particular platform, or we can gather in a particular chat room where the teacher can come up, where the pupils can come up, students can come up, and they can have an interface between each other, and they can exchange different topics of education, different topics of different subjects can be taken up in these particular platforms. Similarly, we can have webinars, we can have different seminars on the internet also without even meeting the person at all. Now, this means it will give a good kind of opportunity while sitting at the comfort of our home. By clicking just one button, we can go and attend this particular seminar or webinar and listen to the various specialists or specialized people, expertise people on a particular topic. Now, fifthly, impact on relationship. Technology has a deep impact on the relationship these days. That means the people have taken technology as a part of their life. They have adopted this technology, they adopted communication technology to communicate with the people in a professional and a personal manner. Technology is the rationale behind the success of a long distance relationship. So, whenever we are far apart, whenever the organizations are far apart, different headquarters are situated in different countries. So, over there it is not always possible to reach those countries in a particular specific shorter period of time. So, in those cases technology can go a far way. Video chats and social networking sites have played a big role in keeping people in touch. Then comes development. Of course, technology has helped advancement in the modes of communication. Day by day, the different modes of communication are also upgrading, and with this upgradation of different modes of technology of communication, faster decision making is possible and has led to development and progress of the world. For example, video conferencing and the different video classes that we are attending these days on the internet. So, this development has come a long way, and it has become the requirement of the time. That means, whatever are the external factors of the business, they influence the technology to grow, they influence the technology to upgrade, and we move to the next better level technology as compared to the last lower level technology. Now, coming down to the negative aspects of the technology, as we have studied some of the positive aspects, we also have certain negative aspects of the technology. The most prominent negative effect of the technology is the charm of good old world is missing. That means, whatever we were having in the older days, we were having good in the older days is now going missing. That means, letters, lengthy face to face conversations have gone away. When we talk about different letters, our feelings, the expression of feelings, the ability to express the feelings has gone away. Why? Because everything nowadays has turned into a virtual world. With the help of technology, people are sending messages in a shorter form, the long letters are missing. So, in a shorter form, you are also missing, you are also lacking different emotions, and the ability to express yourself is also gone and have been replaced by texting and chatting. Now, when we talk about the first point, impact on interpersonal communication. Now, interpersonal communication is an important aspect of verbal communication or oral communication, which is an important part, it is an important element when a person talks to the other person face to face. Now, talking to the person face to face, when we talk face to face with a person, it becomes important, certain aspects of the persons become important, both the persons become important. So, if the people are not able to express their feelings, if they are not able to express their feelings in different sentences, they will not be able to answer, they will not be able to question the person, and somewhere it is lacking with the advent of technology. So, when the technology is there, no need to come face to face with each other, there can be telephonic interviews, there can be video conferencing on which interviews or talking or information sharing can be done. So, in the absence of face to face presence, in the absence of presenting your views face to face, many kinds of skills have gone missing. So, current generation lacks essential interpersonal skills, that means the ability to express ideas or thoughts to other people face to face is gone missing. Secondly, effect of non-verbal communication. Now, when we talk about non-verbal communication, your facial gestures come into play, your body language come into play, the movement of hands and limb come into play. It also has other aspects such as eye to eye contact, then again your sitting posture, your standing posture, your greeting ability, your facial gestures, all these come into play. So, when technology has taken place in communication, many of these non-verbal communication has gone missing. Technology means also have affected non-verbal communication. Why? Because with the help of technology, there is no need to meet the person face to face. So, if we are not meeting face to face, we are on video conferencing, the people become more relaxed in their home environment, they become more casual in their approach, more of the questions become more casual, more of the answers also become more casual, because the people are sitting in the comfort of their home. So, this is an important negative you can say effect of the technology, wherein interpersonal skills and non-verbal communication skills have gone missing in the generation. Near yet far. So, communication is missing, but it has played a very negative role in our personal lives. Parents are not that tech savvy, or the people who are not tech savvy, they will not be able to communicate with the people who are tech savvy. That means, if one person is able to handle say SMSs, or is able to handle social networking sites, is able to handle different emails, different chat rooms, and on the other hand, suppose one person is not even aware of these particular chat rooms or social networking sites or different tools through which we can communicate in the organization, the communication between these two types of people will be difficult. So, for that purpose, we need to understand, with the upgradation of technology, with the development of technology, we also need to tell the people, we also need to make aware the older generation of people about the different sets of tools that have come up in the communication. So, to make them aware You can give a kind of training sessions to the people who are not aware of these networking sites or not aware to how to use these technological tools to communicate within the organization. Communication is missing. Parents are not technological savvy and not used to communication styles of their kids, and this has increased a generation gap. This has increased a communication gap between the parents and the children. Similar kind of effect can be seen in the organization also. When we see the organization, we have all kinds of age groups in the organization. So, when we talk about old age group in the organization, they may or may not be aware of certain technological tools that are used in the communication. So, this may create a generation gap between those old people, those experienced old people in the organization who are not that tech savvy, with the people who are of younger generation, who are younger in the organization and are more tech savvy. So, this will create a lot of communication gap between the two. Then comes the reduced social interaction. With the advent of technology, that most of the things have been, most of the social groupings, social interactions are being done through social networking sites, chat rooms or different Zoom meetings or Google meetings. This kind of interaction has reduced social interaction. That means people have are now meeting on these particular chat rooms or Google meetings or Zoom meetings only, and they are not attending to certain kind of get-togethers or social meetings that are being in the society or the organization itself. So, when we are not going to meet with the people on face to face, our online life will be more of a creating aspect on our social life. So, online life is also important, but your social life is also important. So, there is a need to balance both the kinds of life. Life has changed a lot. There are no social meetings and get-togethers. The frequency has reduced. The frequency with which the people meet each other earlier days has reduced due to the advent of these particular social networking sites. Then increased addiction in life. When we talk about different online aspects of the communication, so social some kind of addictions have come into our life. For example, we can say internet and cell phones. This has become an addiction these days. Why? Because people are relating their life with these kind of online interactions these days more as compared to interpersonal skills that can be interpersonal meetings that can be done in the society or in the organization itself. So, when we give more focus on our online life, our social life or our professional life gets hampered. So, over here it is important that technology is used, and it is used in a positive manner, and its addiction in life is not good at all. Its addiction should be reduced. So, use of technology should be to such a limit that a person is able to use that technology to upgrade himself, to do the communication in a faster and a time saving manner, but this kind of technology should not hamper the life itself. Then comes the last point, that is malicious motives. Sometimes people in the society, they abuse, you can say they do not use the technology, they abuse the technology and they use it against the people on the other hand. So, it can create some kind of malicious motives in the minds of the people who are abusing the technology. So, whenever we are posting certain kind of personal aspects, certain kind of personal information on the internet or any of the social networking sites, we should be aware that this kind of information can be leaked out to the people who are not intended for such information. For example, we can say the banks always give a message that do not share your OTP with anyone. Why does the bank say so? Because technology is good, we can access our money, we can access our account anytime on our mobile phones, but giving an OTP to the person who is a stranger can abuse your account, can abuse your money, can fraud you and take away your money from your account. So, technology is giving its positive points, it's upgrading itself, it's developing itself. We as human beings should take advantage of advantageous points, of positive points of the technology, and remain and the negative aspects of the technology should always remain in our mind, so that these negative aspects of the technology are not affecting our life in a negative manner. The impact is both negative and positive, but logically thinking, technology has bettered communication process and has done negligible harm. When we use technology in an abusive manner, then only technology is negative. Otherwise, we can say technology is always giving a positive outcome to the communication. The positive points of the technological advancement cover up the negative points. It all depends on how we use this. These means, use the technological means of communication for some purpose and do not abuse them for malicious motives. Now comes the different tools of business communication. Now we have talked about technology, what technology is, what are the positive aspects, what are the negative aspects of the technology. Now here we are going to understand what are the different tools of technology that the technology has given for the communication process to start up. Now, the workplace was once composed of a physical office space with employees working face to face through email during set working hours. Now, earlier what was a kind of office? Office was a physical space where the people were coming face to face, they did the work of the whole day, and mostly they exchanged the information with the help of emails or circulars, written notices within the organization. Now these days we can see the physical office has now converted into a virtual office. Now while talking about virtual office, it means everything is placed on the internet, everything is placed on a network where the people from within the organization can access the information from sitting anywhere within the organization or sitting anywhere in the world. This is a plus point, this is a additive advantage that the technology has given us. Fast forwarding the several years from our physical office space, it is now the norm of the employees to be working across many locations, hours and devices. Workforce has no longer confined to a single office environment. Now, while being multitasking, we are present at multiple locations at the same time. We are working in different hour settings in the same time while using different devices. Like for example, sitting in India, you can work for US, you can also work for different countries where the hour settings are different, where the time settings are different. Why and how are we able to do this? We are able to do such things, we are able to pursue such kind of objectives with the help of technology only. So, while sitting at a particular country, we are working for different countries. Now, this can range for high HR applications, core business applications to email, instant messaging, then enterprise social media tools, internet and portals. Now, all this is helpful, all this is useful when we are able to apply different technological tools into the business communication. Now, for that purpose, it is important that we understand the different technological tools that are available with the help of technology for communication purpose. Now, when we were talking about physical workplace, now that physical workplace is now considered to be a digital workplace. Why do we term it as digital workplace? Why? Because everything that was once physical, that means everything that was once registered in different registers or manually written in different registers, is now being automated through different computer systems or computerized machines. Now, for every purpose we are having different kinds of softwares. For example, for accounting purpose also we are having softwares wherein we just have to input the debit or input the credit and we will get the balance sheet at the end. There is no need to calculate, no need to enter into a cumbersome process to calculate the whole worksheet. So, this becomes important through different softwares that are available for the accounting purpose. It encompasses all the technologies, staff, used to do their jobs. That means, when we talk about technology, the different staff that was required for doing several jobs of the organization have now been reduced. Now, this means reduction of the workforce also. Now, for that purpose, if the workforce is not available to is not aware of working on different automated machines, it becomes important to train them in different technologies that are coming up day to day. And of course, it is also helpful, this kind of training is also helpful to make them motivated that yes, with the advent of technology, no one will go jobless. That means, you need to understand the new technology, you need to learn the new technology and apply this new technology into your job. Now, technology can never mean that the organization makes several people jobless. Why? Because though technology reduces the job of several people, but of course, technology will work only with the help of staff. So, these staff need to be trained, they need to be developed from time to time with the upgradation of technology. They need to be trained about different aspects of new upgraded technology. When you are telling these aspects, when you are teaching them, when you are training them about the new technological aspects, the people will also be more confident, they will remain with your organization, they will learn the new technology and they will make better use of these technology for communication purpose in your organization. Now, when we talk about the various communication tools in the organization, we have internet. When we talk about internet, it means a platform wherein people come together from across the world. That means, it is a very good aspect, it is a very good aspect of technology. With the help of internet, we can go in for a number of communications between people who are sitting far off in the world, but they can come across each other in minutes or in seconds with each other and they can exchange information. When we talk about intranet, it means an internet within the organization. That means, here the cloud, here the information is floated within the organization and only the people within the organization are able to access this intranet. So, this is the basic difference between internet and intranet. Then comes the mails, SMS and emails. We can also share the information between different people in the organization through mails, through SMSs, short messaging services and emails. So, of course, we need to understand the importance, confidentiality of the information and then only use the different tools for communication. For example, a mail cannot be a good method to communicate a confidential information or a secret information. Why? Because a mail can be leaked out, it can be seen by the other people also, even if you see that this particular mail is deleted from your chat box. Then similarly, telephone calls, then different cell and data plans, video, web conferencing, teleconferencing and different productivity tools. These tools are important to understand and then only we will be able to apply technology to our business communication. Thank you.